Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour chart. So yeah, as you can see, we managed to break above this upper level of resistance that we had drawn, which was obviously good to see for the Bitcoin bulls. We had a spike up, we came back, we back tested basically the top side of the resistance level, back tested at a support, and at present we are looking pretty good up here. Just a slight warning though, this is another one of those potential double top patterns that don't always have to play out, definitely don't always play out, but you can often get a second high, a wick above the previous highs to hunt for that liquidity and then come back down. So I'm not saying that is necessarily what is happening here. We could just be forming a base above this, well, on top of this old resistance, new support, and going to catapult our way up to around this 38k level. So we'll actually just draw a target there, so we've got it. So is that the name of the game at the moment, or are we going to come back down below our resistance, below our support now, and then play in this zone for a little bit longer between 30k and about 34k? Well, about just under 34k. We shall have to see. We shall have to see what happens today, but yeah, obviously the trend is your friend. We're looking bullish. We did have a nice big pullback here. I pretty much was saying that if we close, if we don't hold up 30k, which was well, it's basically around this level here, if we don't hold 30k, then yeah, expect to move down to about 24k. But obviously the flip side to that, if we do hold 30k, then yeah, we'll just look good for another move back up to the highs, potentially above the highs and beyond. So that is the scenario that is currently playing out. So yeah, that is all looking good. We will have a quick look at the DXY, because you can see we are at multi-year lows, I believe. If you go to the weekly here, we haven't been this low since God, we haven't been this low since February 2018. So yeah, that's quite a while, and obviously that is a pretty important level to lose. If we lose this level, well, if we lose this level, then the next real target is down here. This is obviously a macro target. This is obviously a large time frame target, roughly this level. We're looking at about 84. Lose 84, we're looking at about 79. Oops, that didn't draw. About 79. Yeah, about 78, 79. Yeah, not that these are going to be particularly crazy moves or impossible targets, but they are targets nonetheless. And as long as we just don't come down in a straight line, as long as we just have a gradual process, I don't think anybody in any sort of central banking or governmental institution is gonna much care for us coming down here. In fact, they will be actively encouraging it. They want this down. They just want it down in a semi orderly fashion. Basically, well, an order. That's got a semi. They want it to come down in an orderly fashion. They don't want panic. They want to basically boil. They want to boil these frogs slowly without them realizing. And those frogs basically been the rest of the world's currencies that are potentially not going to be coming down as fast as the dollar. But every currency is coming down against Bitcoin. Every currency is coming down against gold. Every currency is coming down against silver. So if they are how you're going to hold your wealth, then it doesn't really matter what any of these currencies do relative to each other. They are all basically trash. But yeah, silver. Speaking of silver, as you can see, we said this was looking good. Obviously, we're on a weekly now. You can see it is looking good. You can see we look like we'd had our little bit of a pullback, a consolidation, and we're breaking back up. So this was looking good. Basically, yeah, for those new highs and beyond. This is a weekly. So bear in mind this will take it will just take longer to play out. But if we want to draw a potential a bull flag target on where we could expect silver to go, based on this, we potentially looking at yeah, around $40. So yeah, $40 silver sounds good. $40 silver weekly target. I'll target off a weekly chart, so I mean maybe sometime early this year we could get there. We could certainly see that. Anyway, so now let's back to cryptocurrencies. Ethereum on the weekly. This is a weekly, as you can see. We have got this channel. We did lose this channel. On a weekly, guys, we only really look like we are currently just back testing. So I know that I say that that basically I want us to bring it back in this channel and get back up here. I mean, we've got to basically do that first. And as it stands, we are we haven't done that, and we could very easily roll over here, get rejected by the lower side of this trend line, and also this important horizontal level we've got drawn in. But if we can regain it, if we can regain this horizontal, regain this trend line, then the target would be the top of the channel. So we've got to keep a close eye on this, because this is dicey. This is on this time scale. This is not looking like we necessarily it is a given that this is going to continue to the upside. I would assume, obviously, with Bitcoin doing well, we are going to do well on this pair though. This US dollar pairing, which is looking, we are gunning for these all-time highs. I mean, this will probably follow the trend that we've had in Bitcoin of new highs. Bitcoin is not far off a 2x from its all-time high. So based on that, if Ethereum gets going, we could see $3,000 Ethereum before any sort of major retrace, But hey, we will have retraces in that time, and we may not even get up there. We may not. This may turn around. Wait, sorry, is this? Yeah, this. Let me just sort this out. Okay. This may turn around and start to come back down, in which case we will potentially struggle to see $3,000 Ethereum, but we shall see. Let's have a look at this. Bitcoin dominance as well. Like I said, we are relatively no man's land at the moment. This is the next logical target down here. So whilst we could potentially turn around and come back up here, but I think that this is a target that we're going to aim for, and then decide what we want to do here. Ideal scenario is we consolidate down here and come lower. I do think there is a certain amount of craziness waiting to basically discover altcoins. So I think there is a potential for some aggressive moves down in this, before obviously then retracing all that, as those guys realize what they bought is rubbish, and and generally speaking they get wrecked. But that is a long-term play as well that we're not necessarily gonna try and predict. But yeah, I mean, first and foremost, can we get down to here? Can we hold around this low and then break lower, or do we just have a major bounce from here? We shall see. We shall see. Nothing else particularly I wanted to look at on here. I mean, stocks had a pullback, but now just continuing the grind up. Nothing changed there. How is Tesla doing? Tesla looking very good. Tesla was not interested in any sort of pullback that the Nasdaq had, as you can see. Tesla just continued onwards and upwards. So yeah, nothing else of note with that one. I mean, and the main thing really here is the DXY, is the weakness in the DXY, and are we going to come down to 88, and then are we also going to come down and hit some of our other lower targets? Because I mean, bear in mind, you guys knew when I wrote this, initially it was a 20k, and then I changed it to maybe even 30k, and we're currently sat about 35k, and we're like, we're not even there yet. So I mean, again, this is my lesson taught with Bitcoin, that it will always surprise me with what it will do. I mean, it will always surprise me, but I mean, what I'm trying to say anyway is that if we get down to here, then what are we looking at? 100k Bitcoin. Should I write in 100k Bitcoin if we get down to here, and then we end up being at 100k Bitcoin when we're only here, and then if we ever get down here, we'll be at like say 250k Bitcoin. What shall I do? What do I do? But yeah, we could do it. We'll just type it. We'll type it and just hope that I don't know if I can copy this. Copy. We'll do this. See if this works. Then move it down here, and then we'll put, if I can edit it. Yep. We will put 100k plus Bitcoin, maybe even 200k. Just like if we deserve it, the universe will serve it. if we can believe it, then maybe we can achieve it. Yeah. Let's see. Can we get 100k plus Bitcoin with the DXY down here? Who knows, guys. All I will say is the numbers I typed in here was initially 20k, then 30k, and we're basically about half the distance, and we're at 35k. So let's see. Let's hope this is a harbinger of things to come with our new targets. So anyway, back to Bitcoin, and let's look at those stochastics. We were looking at those 10, 12 hour and daily to basically get us back to the top of the range if they could start to move to the upside. 4 hours looking good here, got room to run. And then yeah, 10 hour did turn up. It turned up basically, it turned up basically yesterday around here, didn't it? Which was on the candle. So it turned up, and then yeah, got us basically moving to the upside. We had basically a test on that candle, obviously, of our support, and then we decided onwards and upwards. So yeah, 12 hour also is gonna be oh well, here we go. I thought it was gonna be turned up, but it hasn't. So we've got 12 hour to turn up, and we've also got daily to potentially turn up as well to follow the 10 hour. So we 4 hour looking relative good as well. So there is not too much to say that we can't get this move up to 38k now. Even if 38k does become the macro new resistance just level that we have either a major pullback or just the start of a major consolidation, maybe between 38 and this level, or between this wider range. We shall have to see. We'll actually just make a zone out of this, because just zones, generally speaking, just look better on the chart. Price action doesn't tend to have like an exact number. So yeah, just a zone just looks a little bit better. So we'll just draw that on there. So are we going to make our way up to here? Do we then trade sideways in here? Do we trade sideways in this wider range? Do we lose this level and come down to 24k? Do we break 38k and just quickly make our way up towards, well, who knows? There's no real targets up here. It's just pure unadulterated price discovery. So it's still not right, is it? There we go. Oh, I had it and then it moved. There we go. Right, we'll lock that. So yeah, yeah, I mean, we shall just have to see. Again, obviously, we're going to have to get a 40% pullback at some point. This was only about 20% pullback, so we're looking at 2x this. Obviously, the buying came in. The buying didn't fancy the big pullback then. The buying came back in. So at some point, though, at potentially even more elevated levels, there will be some serious profit taken, and some of the FOMO people FOMOing out. So yeah, we have got that in store. But from what level and when? So anyway, that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. DXY clearly looking like it is going to give Bitcoin a boost up to about 30k. About 38k. It's giving us every shot. Stochastics are starting to look good on the 10, 12 hour and daily. That are looking like they could get us up there too. So yeah, I mean, unless that changes, unless we get a pullback in the stock market, the dollar starts to have a pullback to the upside, then it's just going to be more of the same. It's just going to be more of the trend is your friend. Yeah, and keeping a keen eye on Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin dominance is potentially linked to the weakening DXY, if that is linked to stimulus checks, because those checks do tend to get thrown in crazy places. So that could definitely drive this further down, and this Ethereum Bitcoin pairing is of utmost importance to myself. I want to see this projected target. I want to see us back into this channel, meet this target, consolidate them, then aim for the top of the channel. That's what I want to see. Whether that happens or not, we shall see. Don't forget, we have got Ethereum CME futures coming, and we know what happened when we had the BTC futures coming. BTC got absolutely hammered. You could argue there's no great way for institutions to short Ethereum, but then you could also argue there's no necessarily real reason for institutions to want to short Ethereum, whilst we are in the beginnings of what it looks like a bull market. Yeah, we shall see how that plays out. So that's it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys later on today.